From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. A stark new report is warning Canada is already in a recession and that job losses could start piling up.
Oxford Economics says in a new forecast that Canada's plans to ramp up defense spending will help to lift the economy this year. But the firm argues that won't be enough to pull the country out of a recession that it says kicked off when tariffs took full effect last quarter. The report warns the economy could lose 140,000 jobs through the rest of the year as layoffs spread beyond sectors that are directly affected by the tariffs. Craig Lord, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
The pilot facing hijacking and terrorism charges over Tuesday's security scare at Vancouver International Airport allegedly posted on social media the day before that he was a messenger of Allah, sent to save humanity from climate change. RCMP say the suspect had an ideological motive and allegedly seized control of the plane at Victoria's International Airport after threatening a flight instructor before flying to Vancouver, where he circled at a low altitude above the airport for 25 minutes before landing and getting arrested. Former commercial pilot Shahir Qasim is charged in the incident that caused a 40-minute ground stop for all aircraft at YVR. Unionized workers at Canada Post will get a chance to vote on an offer from their employer starting next week.
After 19 months of talks, Canada Post is still at an impasse with the union representing roughly 55,000 postal service workers. In late May, the Crown Corporation delivered a proposal offering wage hikes of 13.59% over 4 years, as well as a $1,000 signing bonus. Last month, Federal Jobs Minister Patty Hajdu asked the Canada Industrial Relations Board to step in and put the Crown Corporation's latest offer to a vote from workers themselves. Don Mitchell, The Canadian Press.
U.S. President Donald Trump calling some of his own supporters stupid as they criticize the handling of information regarding the late child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Here's more from ABC's Perry Russum.
Asked about the possibility of appointing a special counsel to investigate the Epstein case, Trump saying this:
I have nothing to do with it.
Some Democrats argue the president, who engaged socially with Epstein in the 90s and early 2000s, is acting suspiciously. One congressman telling Vanity Fair, it seems like he's trying to cover up for something or somebody. At the same time, Republicans argue there must be more transparency.
E-scooter injuries are on the rise across the country. The Canadian Institute for Health Information released new data today that shows e-scooter-related hospitalizations of kids and teens increased by 61% between 2022 and last year. Hospitalizations for adult women also went up by 60% and by 22% for men. And a heat wave is sizzling on from southwestern Ontario all the way east and northeast to Newfoundland. Environment Canada has many heat warnings still in effect this morning. Residents in southern Ontario and southern Quebec, though, can expect things to start cooling off a bit later today or tonight. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, more accolades for Canadian basketball superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Hamilton native and NBA champion won Best Male Athlete last night at the ESPYS Awards. SGA led the Oklahoma City Thunder to the NBA championship last month while piling up hardware as Finals MVP, regular season MVP, and scoring champion. The NHL has released the regular season schedule for 2025-26, and of course, it foreshadows the upcoming campaign's spiciest storylines. Mitch Marner returns to Toronto as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights January 23rd. The Edmonton Oilers will face Florida on the road on November 22nd. In Major League Soccer, Theo Corbeau scored the game's only goal as Toronto FC pulled off a 1-0 win over San Diego. The Vancouver Whitecaps beat Houston 3-0, and CF Montreal lost 2-1 to Philadelphia. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.